menopause, weight loss drugs, and natural alternatives. Sweetheart, let's tell the truth nobody likes to say aloud. Every headline screams about miracle injections, easy fat loss, biohacks for midlife metabolism. You scroll and see glossy before and after pictures that promise youth in a syringe. And yet, behind the shimmer, real women sit at kitchen tables wondering whether they failed because food, water, and walking no longer behave the way they used to. Menopause didn't break you. Marketing did. Over the past few years, weight loss drugs such as the GLP-1 agonists, Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, have exploded into the conversation. They slow stomach emptying, reduce appetite, and mimic hormones that tell the brain you've had enough. They can indeed help people with obesity and insulin resistance. But here's the missing context. They were designed to complement, not replace, metabolic self-care. For women in perimenopause and menopause, that distinction matters because your body isn't a simple calorie equation anymore. It's an orchestra of shifting hormones, stress signals, and nutrient conversations. You can quiet hunger with a drug, but you can't outsource harmony. I've seen women lose 30 pounds on these injections and still feel heavy inside. Their bodies shrink, but their anxiety expands. Their hearts race, their sleep collapses, and the glow they hope to reclaim fades faster than the number on the scale. Why? Because chemistry always asks for partnership. When you manipulate one hormone, the others respond like dominoes. Lower appetite can mean lower protein intake. Lower protein means weaker muscle. Weaker muscle means slower metabolism. Slower metabolism brings the very plateau you were running from. This isn't condemnation, it's context. Modern medicine offers tools, and tools can help, but wisdom is knowing how to hold them. Before you reach for a prescription, reach for the basics your grandmother swore by: hydration, minerals, movement, and real meals eaten in peace. The truth is, most menopausal weight struggles aren't pure overeating. They're under recovery. Chronic stress keeps cortisol high, which locks fat around the midsection. Lack of sleep confuses appetite hormones. Dehydration slows fat oxidation. Add estrogen decline and you get insulin resistance, your body storing fuel instead of burning it. No needle can fix dehydration or insomnia. Only routine can. Let's talk about what natural alternatives really means. Not powders in bright tubs, but physiological allies you were born with. The first is muscle. Every pound of muscle burns roughly 6 calories per hour at rest. Doesn't sound like much, but it's continuous, loyal work. During perimenopause, muscle fades fast unless invited to stay. Strength training twice a week tells your body, we still need this furnace. Muscle releases myokines, tiny proteins that reduce inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. When you lift, you literally secrete medicine. That's why weight-bearing movement outperforms any injection in long-term metabolic health. Next is protein. Most midlife women undereat it by 30%. The body can't build or repair without amino acids, and hormones themselves are made from protein chains. The trick is distributing it, 20 to 30 grams per meal, not one massive serving at night. Pair it with fiber, beans, lentils, chia seeds, oats. Fiber feeds gut bacteria that metabolize estrogen and lower blood sugar spikes. Think of it as scaffolding for your hormonal architecture. Hydration sounds trivial until you remember fat metabolism requires water. Lipolysis, the process of breaking down stored fat, occurs in a hydrated environment. Dehydration signals stress, raising cortisol again. Aim for half your body weight in ounces daily, flavored with lemon, cucumber, or mint if you like. Electrolytes from sea salt, magnesium, and potassium keep the fluid inside cells, not rushing through. Now, about insulin resistance, the sneaky driver of menopausal belly fat. Estrogen once made your cells more responsive to insulin. As it wanes, glucose lingers longer in the bloodstream, prompting fat storage. Exercise is your antidote. 10 minutes of walking after each meal lowers post-meal glucose by up to 30%. That's pharmacy-level efficiency without a pill. Combine that with strength training and your metabolism remembers how to dance. The weight loss drug trend plays on urgency. Lose fast, feel control, join the glow. But speed without sustainability is sabotage. Rapid loss often includes water and muscle. Regain follows as soon as the prescription pauses. The gentler path may feel slower, but it rewires from within. When your liver detoxifies efficiently through greens and water, when your muscles act as glucose sponges, when your nervous system spends more hours in calm than chaos, fat release becomes the side effect of balance. Menopause, weight loss drugs, and natural alternatives. Part 2, food variety is another natural prescription. Color isn't decoration, it's data. Red foods like tomatoes and strawberries supply lycopene that protects arteries. Orange and yellow provide carotenoids for skin and vision. Greens flood your liver with chlorophyll, your intestines with magnesium. Purples, berries, cabbage, grapes, feed the brain with anthocyanins. When your grocery basket looks like a rainbow, your metabolic panel looks like renewal. And darling, let's not ignore pleasure. Stress-driven eating isn't gluttony. It's the body begging for dopamine. Instead of shaming yourself, diversify pleasure sources. Music, sunlight, laughter, affection, they all release dopamine too. When joy returns, sugar loses its throne. Many ask me, Theresa, can I do both, the injection and the lifestyle? Of course you can, but know what each provides. The drug may suppress appetite, giving you room to build habits. The habits maintain the outcome once you stop. It's like training wheels. They help you ride, but you still have to pedal. Use the medication window to rebuild muscle, practice mindful eating, and fix sleep. That way, when you come off, your metabolism isn't confused. For those seeking natural boosters, certain nutrients deserve attention. Magnesium glycinate calms cortisol and improves sleep. Omega-3 fats from fish or flaxseed lower inflammation that blocks fat burn. Vitamin D and calcium together preserve muscle and bone, which indirectly sustain metabolism. Green tea catechins, cinnamon, and chromium support insulin sensitivity, but they're assistants, not protagonists. Remember, appetite suppression isn't the same as nourishment. Some women on GLP-1 drugs stop craving food so completely they skip essential nutrients. Hair thinning, dizziness, and fatigue follow. Your body still needs fuel even when the brain says not hungry. If you ever use such therapy, schedule balanced meals anyway. Think of food as information, not indulgence. Let's also acknowledge the emotional side of midlife weight. Society told women their worth was tied to size long before menopause. Then the scale fluctuates and panic whispers failure. But your value never changed. Only your chemistry did. The goal now is vitality, not vanity. Strong bones, steady mood, clear mind, these are the real metrics. When you pursue those, the mirror catches up on its own time. If you crave a measurable system, track energy instead of pounds. Rate your sleep, digestion, and mood on a simple 1 to 5 scale each day. Patterns reveal faster than numbers. When hydration and movement improve, you'll see higher scores long before clothing sizes shift. That's motivation that lasts. Let's talk about metabolism myths. The biggest, that it dies with age. In truth, basal metabolic rate declines mostly due to muscle loss and lifestyle, not age itself. Rebuild muscle, rehydrate cells, and your metabolism revives. Another myth, eating late causes weight gain. What matters more is total intake and circadian rhythm. If dinner is light, balanced, and eaten calmly, your body digests it fine. Stressful snacking, however, spikes cortisol regardless of hour. Stress is the invisible appetite driver. Chronic tension elevates cortisol, which increases cravings for sugar and salt. Ironically, these foods temporarily lower cortisol, creating a loop. Breaking it requires non-food relief, breathing, stretching, journaling, or simply stepping outside. Every time you soothe without snacks, you teach your brain a new script. Hormonal shifts also change where fat settles. The belly becomes storage central because visceral fat contains more cortisol receptors. But visceral fat is also metabolically active. It responds quickest when cortisol drops. So each act of relaxation literally signals your waistline to soften. Meditation and sleep are slimming tools hiding in plain sight. Let's imagine a natural plan built for modern life. Morning begins with hydration, warm water with lemon and sea salt, then movement, stretching, sunlight, maybe a walk, breakfast, protein and color like eggs with spinach or a smoothie with Greek yogurt, berries and chia, mid-morning hydration again, lunch, half greens, quarter protein, quarter smart carbs. Afternoon, fruit and nuts, tea, 5 minutes of breathing. Dinner, light soup or grilled fish with vegetables. Evening, magnesium drink, gratitude, early bedtime. Simple, cyclical, repeatable. No calorie counting, no panic, just rhythm. Compare that to the medication path. Scheduled injections, reduced appetite, possible nausea, and costs. For some women, it's worth it. For others, it feels like outsourcing intuition. The choice isn't moral, it's personal. What matters is consciousness. Whether you use a needle or a fork, do it with awareness. Ask daily, am I nourishing or numbing? Am I respecting or reacting? Menopause, weight loss drugs, and natural alternatives. Part 3. Science agrees that long-term weight maintenance depends on 3 behaviors: consistent physical activity, self-monitoring, and supportive environment. Notice, none require pharmaceuticals. Build your world around motion, mindful eating, and positive company. Find a friend who walks with you, a playlist that moves you, a kitchen stocked with color. Replace judgment with curiosity. What does my body need today? One overlooked natural tool is heat exposure. Saunas mimic exercise by raising heart rate and stimulating blood flow. Studies show they improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation, perfect for menopause. Combine with hydration, and you have a spa-grade metabolic tune-up. Cold exposure, like cool showers or outdoor walks, also activates brown fat, a type that burns calories for warmth. It's not about extremes, it's about contrast. Warm, cool, move, rest. The alternation keeps your cells alert. Menopausal metabolism also loves predictability. The more consistent your meal times, sleep, and exercise, the better your hormonal rhythm. The hypothalamus, your internal conductor, thrives on cues. Regular cues lower stress hormones and boost thyroid function. Chaos confuses chemistry, routine reassures it. Gut health plays into this as well. The microbes in your intestines influence how you extract calories from food. Processed diets feed species that hoard energy. Fiber-rich, plant-based diets feed ones that share. By choosing real food, you literally cultivate allies inside you. Those bacteria communicate with your brain through the vagus nerve, influencing hunger and mood. It's not woo-woo, it's neurobiology. The weight loss industry wants urgency. Nature wants consistency. Urgency burns out. Consistency rebuilds. You can chase quick fixes for decades or commit to balance for life. One path leaves you lighter temporarily. The other keeps you luminous permanently. And if you're still wondering whether it's too late, it never is. Metabolism can adapt at any age because muscle and mitochondria remain trainable. In studies, women in their 60s who began strength training doubled their metabolic rate within months. You don't age out of renewal. Let your progress be visible in peace, not panic. The glow that returns isn't vanity. It's vitality rediscovered. A hydrated, nourished, strong woman is her own advertisement. People will ask what drug you're on. You'll smile and say, it's called breakfast, movement, and sleep. As this new era unfolds, stay curious. Medicine will keep innovating. More drugs will appear. But your body's design already holds most solutions. Hydration balances, movement signals, food instructs. You're the chemist and the canvas. If you ever feel tempted by another miracle headline, pause. Remember that your cells have never stopped wanting your attention. Give them minerals, oxygen, laughter, and love. They'll give you youth in return. Menopause and perimenopause aren't weight gain sentences. They're invitations to re-engineer metabolism with maturity. Now you eat because you know what nutrients do, not because someone told you they're good or bad. You move not to punish, but to circulate joy. You rest because you've earned peace. Weight loss drugs may trend, but wisdom never goes out of style. Your body's chemistry responds to care faster than to control. And when care becomes your habit, balance becomes your default. So drink, move, lift, rest, repeat. Let your strength be the quiet revolution that outlasts every fad.